What is going on, guys? Your boy Guns here, and yes, you saw the title right. I feel like I finally have came to a conclusion with G4 and G5 based off my experience with the heroes themselves, okay, in comparison to my Akuma Kwan that are pretty close to max, and also based off getting feedback from other players in the game that I considered at the S tier level. And based off just looking at all the reports that I've been looking at, a bunch of testing that we did in Roots of War, a bunch of testing that we did outside of Roots of War, I think I have finally got a good answer for you guys. Okay, so what am I going to answer today? Okay, are G5 performing better than G4? Okay, we're going to answer that. Who is the best garrison? And who is performing the best rally? Who are the best in city garrison as well? And out of the G4 and G5, who should you invest in? Should it be a mixture of G4 and G5? Should it just be straight up G5, straight up G4? And if so, why one or the other? Okay, so let's get right into it. So are G5 better than G4 out in the field? Based off the few people that I've talked to that have a max, okay, yes, they are saying that they are definitely performing better. And also, let me show you guys here. It's our boy, Seven Bank shared some pictures with me with how the new infantry are doing. If I can find it. If I can find it. Where's that bad boy at? Where's that bad boy at? Oh my goodness, guys. We have so many messages here. But I mean, obviously, I appreciate you guys. All right, here we go. Here is a screenshot of Max G5 Infantry. Shout out Heist, by the way. Oprah and Milk. And also shout out to Milk for an amazing comeback. Okay. So his G5 are outperforming his G4. You can see here, sent together. Okay. Now, even me at the low configuration, Joran Ella are already outperforming my Kuma Kwan from time to time. Right now, my Kuma Kwan are more consistent. So, that's why they're for me right now they're better. But once you have a max, okay, a lot of people are saying that the new infantry are just doing better. All right. Now you're wondering what was his pet, right? This is what he was running, Joran Ella, and he had the Brimstone Auric. Pretty basic kit right now. Didn't even have EOS counter on it. He does have the exemplar artifact. Now I will say on my Joran Ella, guys, and I'll show you some reports right now. Some juicy reports. This artifact is like PB&J for Joran, specifically because of his parries, guys. I've tried using a Max Serpent's Edge. I tried using a Max Spirit Bone Torque. However, my level 1 artifact exemplar is outperforming the rest of them. Based off what I've been seeing. So that artifact has crazy value for this March, guys, specifically. Also, when it comes to the Brimstone, you guys got to keep in mind, Brimstone's kind of tied to Joran, okay, because of the parries to be at his max potential. Okay, here's another report here of Heist, 110k report. All right, look at this, 32k sevs for him, 327k to the enemy. And then, oh, here's just another like report here. Crazy, right? So that answers the first question, right, of whether G5 is better than G4. Based off what I've been seeing, yes, it does look like the G5 are going to outperform the G4. Okay, now, might see me bounce around a little bit. Now, who do I recommend investing in? Okay, G5, G4, why and how and who? Okay, here's what I recommend. Here is what I recommend, and I'm going to show you guys my reports from yesterday. I would recommend Kuma Ella. Okay, now I don't have the new heroes maxed. My Ella is 555-1, and I had a mastery skill on it, but you can see here Ella Kuma was already outperforming my Kuma Kwan out in the field, just based off comparisons that you guys see here. Now, the reason why I say Kuma Ella, guys, is because even if the G5 infantry are better performing out in the field, right, compared to Kuma Ella, which they might not be, right, because Kuma Ella is absolutely cracked. Okay. The reason why I say Kuma Ella, if I had to choose, is because Kuma Ella, or specifically Ella Kuma with Ella's garrison tree, she is the most dominant garrison in the game. Okay, so now that means you could potentially be, more importantly, protect your city the best possible. Secondly, you could be like an emergency backup garrison. Like, okay, you're not the lead, but we need someone to get in there, or like to switch in for a garrison captain, right, or whatever. You can help your team in that way also. And like I said, they perform amazing out in the field. On top of that, my L is not even maxed, and you can just see based off the reports that I'm showing you guys here, just how well they were doing. Okay, you can see how well they were doing. Even look at even my Jordan Ella on their own already performing really well, and I'll show you guys that. So that's why I would say I would go with Kuma Ella. Like I said, field wise, I'm not sure if Kuma Ella do better than a Jordan Ella, but the value that they bring you garrison wise is absolutely insane. Okay. And even in the Bastions, Ella Kuma, as you guys saw in KVK1, are definitely the more dominant one there when it comes to being in Bastions. However, something to keep in mind with that advice, as I said before, we are in a current era with Bastions where stamina is a big issue. Okay, so maybe you might just want to do Kuma Kwan and then Ella Joran and then kind of alternate them that way, because now your one max deco player or your highest deco player has two garrison options instead of one once they run out of stamina. Okay, so that's why you kind of want to take a few of those things into consideration. But as of right now, that's why I would say Kuma Ella is absolutely cooking. And I did have so for the Kuma Ella setup, at least at the time that was working the best for me, was a Spiritbone Torque and a Mazrock. I think the Spiritbone Torque gives it a lot more tankiness and also dealing counterattack damage. And this is the mastery I had on it, the aiming high. Okay. So that's kind of what I'm going with right now. Like I said, guys, these are all my opinions based off what I've been seeing in the field and how they're performing. Maybe I should have did it with just Kuma Ella with no mastery skill. That could have gave me and also another like view on it. Okay. However, it kind of makes sense why this mastery, like, I don't want to go down the rabbit hole of mastery skills, but aiming high with the 40% attack bonus, that is something that the new infantry are missing, is that attack bonus into their kit, I feel like, compared to like the Kuma Kwan kit. On top of that, Kuma's fourth skill that reaches, I believe, is like 100% attack, is just absolutely cracked. Now for rallies, okay guys, this is the very interesting one. For rallies, okay, even though we've tested it in Joran Ella and Ellen Jora in a row scene, absolutely destroy a Kuma Kwan rally and do the best against an Ella Kuma, no one's running them in the field. And I think the reason for that, talking with other people, is the fact that in the open field, we have so many marches running around buffing that Kuma Kwan rally compared to like an Ellen Jora that are not getting buffed with people being around them. So I think that's why it's our only explanation of why we think the Kuma Kwan rally is still doing better in the field / the preferred method of rallying out in the field. So yeah, we have that. I mean, okay, so what we answered? We answered what we think so far of G5 versus G4. We answered the two heroes that I would go with. We answered Bastion and also Bastion, Garrison, and Rally. Obviously, for City, for City Garrison, I would definitely say Ella Kuma for sure. I guess that also depends on your troop configuration, but for the most part, the reason why Ella's so OP is because of her fourth skill, right? Her fourth skill is absolutely insane here. So let's go ahead and forget this, and that way I can show you guys her fourth skill. Her fourth skill is the reason why she's so OP, okay? She removes 1 debuff every 5 seconds while garrisoned in a city or stronghold, and a 20% HP buff when it's max. So she's absolutely cracked. But yeah, guys, let me know in the comment section below what you guys think about my my opinions here on the new heroes. Let me show you guys my configuration of my brimstone currently. Okay. And I have tried my Mozrock on the new pairing, and I do feel like my brimstone's been doing pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. But okay. The little nugget at the end. Is the brimstone the go-to pet for the new infantry? That I don't know 100%. I don't know. I'll be 100% honest with you guys. The thing about what I will say though that I've been thinking recently with the brimstone is that the brimstone is really tied into that Joran. So like as the game progresses and you get new heroes in, and you know people and certain marches get subbed in, subbed out, the brimstone really ties you down to Joran. Okay, so you might want to consider a Mozdrock change or a Venom Lizard. Right? You might want to consider it. We'll see though. Like I said, we still gotta continue going here with the brimstone auric and see how it goes. But anyways, guys, if you guys have any questions for me that I didn't answer here on this video, I mean, we're gonna make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, because as you know, as time goes by, we get more opinions, more data compiled, more pairings, etc. So make sure you guys sub to the channel. Okay, we're close to 10,000 subscribers. All right. Also, it's my birthday tomorrow on the 15th, so make sure you guys sub. Yeah, I'm saying. Yeah, hook the boy up. Help me get to 10K, guys, okay? Also, if you guys like this video, guys, make sure you guys drop a like on the video. I know that you guys appreciate my feedback, and that is literally the most asked question that I get, guys. Who should I go with? Kuma Ella Joran, Kuma Kwan, Kuma Jor, like, I mean, you name it, right? So as of right now, that is my opinion. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below with my opinion. And if you don't agree with me, please type in why, and then I'll go and take a look at that. Maybe that leads me to a different angle of looking at things, etc. Okay? With that being said, guys, it's your boy Guns, and I'm out. Peace, y'all.